Hi, my name's Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Ford Focus, then I'll take you for riding it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a 1.6 TDCi titanium Navigator. 2014 on a 64 plate, has done 20,928 miles at the moment. Fuel economy, urban 55.4 miles per gallon, extra urban 76.4 miles per gallon, and combined is 67.3 miles per gallon. It has a top speed of 120 miles per hour out of 113 brake horsepower, 4-cylinder, 16 valve engine. 12 months road tax is only £20. So we've got multi-spoke alloy wheels, has the rear integrated tailgate spoiler, nice car all round, navigation as well. It's got Bluetooth hands-free, Bluetooth audio streaming, heated front screen, climate control as well. It's a really nice car. Anyway, we'll get going before the car steams up too much. That's the key. It's keyless start, so you just need somewhere to put that to keep it out of the way. Actually, I'll put it in there. Foot on the clutch. That's the switch there. And then we've got also height and reach adjustable multifunction steering wheel. It's a horrid day today. I can hardly see in front of you. It's throwing it down. It's gale force winds as well. And then my GoPro's decided to not work. Working yesterday, today wouldn't switch on. Anyway, after rebooting my phone, rebooting the GoPros, I think they're working, but who knows? This video could be a real dog's dinner. So we'll get going. I think I'm probably just, again, I don't know whether I've grown or something, or perhaps even shrunk, but I now just seem to be in between the notches on car seats. I can't just get perfect, so who knows what that is, although that's pretty good. So if you had to buy a car to keep forever that would be reasonably cheap to maintain, will get you anywhere, drives great, and got everything you need. I was out in a Golf the other day, and a Golf would be a great car. A cheaper great car is a Focus, and in quite a few ways I think it's better than the Golf. Certainly the gearbox I think is better than any. I always go on about Ford gearboxes. They are absolutely superb, or perhaps they just suit me, or the way I change gear, I don't know. Perhaps you'll find it different, but I just think they are just fantastic. I like Fords. I always wanted to work for Ford, and I got a job as a sales manager, and by 11 o'clock, started at 8:30, and by 11 o'clock I decided that I didn't want to work there anymore. I think I'd already broke up. Well, I definitely broke one fight up, and one of the other lads threatening to kill another salesman. And honestly, it was my worst nightmare. So be careful what you wish for. Having said that, I walked home 18 miles. I was that fed up in a couple of hours working for a Ford dealership, a big Ford dealership, whose sales seem to come from just telling lies. But anyway, I've sold thousands of Fords since then, and before then too. Great cars, but the Focus is just absolutely the right size for me, and for most people. Don't really have any problems with them as such. They've got things like, or this one certainly, it's got heated front screen, it's got climate control, which is extremely handy. I like the wipers, I like the way the wipers work. They clear both sides equally, and don't leave you with half a blind spot on the other side with it, which normal arc wipers do. I like the sat nav. It's simple, it's nice and simple, not a stupid big screen, just functional. We've got switches for most things. As I say, this gearbox has got hill hold as well on this, I think. I did notice you could switch it off in the menu before. But actually driving it, certainly things like the ST, the Focus ST, I just don't think you could get any better. Even if you got, you know, if you like driving and sporty driving and driving fast, even you spent another 100 grand, you're not going to get anything that drives too much better, or that you would be able to push to its limits, unless you were Lewis Hamilton. Yep, you see, that's why I beat. The idea is you beat back, then I know. No, I'll drive through all this then. Thank you. Oh well. And when I say what I meant was mud, sorry. It's always amazes me. All this road, miles and miles of road, and whenever you meet somebody, it's always there, right in a blind bend. This diesel car, loads of miles to the gallon. I actually had a new one of these for 6 months or so, and I did thousands of miles in it, and it was the 1.6 diesel, average 50 to 60 miles per gallon. I'm you know, not really tired. I was going to London and back in the day. It was just a superb car. Front central armrest here. It's rubber lined so your phone doesn't slip about. I think this probably needs wiper blades. Yes, it's. The Mercedes I'm driving at the moment needed wiper blades, and the local Motor Factors place sent 3 different sets of wiper blades, and they were all wrong. Eventually we had to order them from Mercedes-Benz, but I cannot stand squeaks or rattles. It needs wiper blades. The good thing is that on Fords, wiper blades are pretty reasonable. You can get your Ford service just about anywhere. Everybody makes parts for them. I read that Toyota were going to, I think it was Toyota, they've come up with this brilliant idea where they recondition used cars, take them back to the factory or something, or that's what they're going to do, take them back to the factory, recondition them, and then sell them again as like virtually a new car. That's a ridiculous idea. It really is. But somebody far cleverer than me's thought it up. It'll never work. But if that's what you wanted to do, if you wanted to save the planet, buy a Ford Focus. When it goes wrong, repair it. Don't buy a new car. Don't buy a new EV. The amount that Teslas have gone down in 2 months, depreciated, and electric cars have depreciated in 2 months, or 1 month even. You could buy this, keep it forever, throw it away, and it's cost you a month depreciation on a Tesla. 2 months depreciation on a Tesla. I noticed very big garage, lots of franchises, and I was looking at their EVs. They have written off hundreds of thousands of pounds. It's scary. They're going to be the death of the motor trade, because the thing is, if you have an EV, the only way they're going to be able to sell them now, in my opinion, is by making them so cheap that you can't refuse it. They make you an offer, like The Godfather, they make you an offer you can't refuse. However, still, then in order to sell the petrol and diesels, you're going to have to make them the same price as an EV. And it's just a never-ending spiral, a race to the bottom, because all our customers, without fail, nobody has asked us to get them an electric car. Just nobody. And people come in and they say they've been other places, and they're trying to force them into buying an electric car because they've got so many pre-registered cars that, you know, you can't go somewhere with your own money to buy what you want and have them tell you what you can have, which is what they're trying to do. Seriously, this car, when it comes to, when you finally, mind you, I'll be dead by then, but assuming I wasn't dead by the time you had to have an electric car, then, or they only sold electric cars new, I'd go and buy one of these. You just can't beat them. Look at that. Just brilliant gearbox. If they could get the guy who makes Maserati exhaust, or the note for the exhaust, and the guy who makes Ford gearboxes together, they would have an unbeatable car. Oh, and the guy who makes Jaguar interiors. And put it in a Range Rover body. I prefer automatics, but honestly, Ford manual, it's as near to an automatic as you can get. It just, you know, it just like bolt action. So on the dash, rev counter on the left, information display at the top in the middle, the bottom in the middle. You've got fuel gauge, coolant temperature gauge. On the right hand side you've got your speedo. The information display in the center, that's showing me how many miles I've done. It's on trip at the moment, how many miles I've done. The instantaneous fuel consumption, then average fuel consumption. Now it has been ticking over, so probably for about an hour while I've been photographing it and setting these flipping GoPros up. So it's only showing 33.2 miles per gallon at the moment, but that's going up all the time as I'm actually driving. It says I've got 123 miles before I need to fill up, and that's all good information and all the information I really need. The only other thing I'd really like in a car, apart from that I suppose, is oil temperature and oil pressure. Just so nice. Your heated front screen. Let me just get around here where I can see, yeah, nothing's coming. So your heated front screen and your heated rear screen is there and there. That knocks your stop start off. get too far over there. Over the cattle grid. This car's belonged to a friend of ours. We bought it back. We sold it them. Very low miles. Good condition all round. Can't remember what the colour is actually. But it's like a browny steel grey. Looks good. Nice cloth seats. Finished well too. It's, you know, not, that's kind of soft padded plastic, not the hard plastic like you get in some cars. They've done the best to make it feel a bit leathery. At my face. Piano black here, good Sony radio, the sound's good. Just check, just making sure my audio book wasn't still playing. Jesse Stone, Robert B. Parker. There you've got your radio auxiliary. If I click onto auxiliary, there you go, that's the Bluetooth audio. So you've got everything you need. Oh, cruise control as well here. So cruise control and speed limiter. Cruise is there, set like so. That's set the speed. I can increase it by clicking the plus or decrease it by clicking the minus. Can cancel there, or just touch the brake and that cancels it too. Split rear folding seats, 60/40, a hard rear load cover, plenty of space in the boot. Cleared up a little bit down here. Wow, I'm not sure I'd like to be camping in this. I mean, that's like just a virtually the script to a horror movie. All that mist on the moors. You know, if these Fords were made by BMW or Mercedes and had any sort of snob value, well, they already sell millions, but they'd sell even more millions. They just drive better. Come on, sheepy, out of the way. Which way do you want to go? And don't fall down there. You find it's so nice to change gear in this. You find yourself changing gear way too often. Look at that. It's lovely car. Absolutely everything you could possibly want. Ideal for a second car. Ideal for your main car. You just can't get a better car for the money. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.